Why is death akin to truth? Why so? Because truth should kill, and it liberates the soul and spirit. As a person who always lived in expectation towards death, at the age of 21, I wanted to commit myself to death. I was close to death several times with 4 suicides behind. I've lived to terminal shock. Almost on the other side, but not yet. On the other side enough to witness the golden bridges, the wonders of the second world. Death, sufficiently said, is the tyrant's tyrant, and it is somehow a woman. Chthonic, Proserpinian. Why? It gives birth, and it takes life. That what has the power to give birth has the power to mortify and kill, just like love. Great loves tend to hate, to sorrows, to longings, to great brokenness, to dead hearts, blackened souls. And in the Saturnian spectacle of a melancholy liminal state, the Hecatian crossroads, it's the liminal state that makes you see this melancholy and Saturnian fences. Every initiation, true initiation, begins with death, death of the mind. Death of submersion and killing your mortal little animal human shell, to arise in the Eleusinian procession as a little Angelibonum, Agathos Daimonis demigod, perhaps. In life, initiation into the mysteries is always through the gates of death, and it's a double curse because you are dead in life. And in the land of the blind, the one-eyed are gods, those who drank the waters of Tantalus, those who participated in the ambrosia of chaos, below the black sun, and torn a bit of this dead chaos for themselves to reform themselves, to forge a new diamond pneuma spirit. Hence the descent is death, but it forges a new beautiful life. Death doesn't lie. It's brutally honest until you feel it to the depth and coldness and severity of your marrow. It is a principle of severity. It kills you until you learn anew. And this continuous learning at the very point, at the end of your life, only by dying before you are prepared for the true death and liberation, soteriology. Those who speed up through their lives have no time to ponder over such issues. Hence, when they die, they're not even prepared for death. They're so attached to their life, their little mortal life, that they return to life, and return to life, and return to life. There are so many worlds in which a soul or a spirit may be born and reborn, non-organic, non-animal, non-fleshly, non-human. It's always the story of metempsychosis or transmigration of souls, that we return into animals or humans, and we are born and reborn. Why? Because they're attached to life. They're so attached to life that they cannot get rid of it. So by inclination, they are put into the animal worlds or into the human worlds, which is not the worst of the worlds they may be born into with the mind, consciousness, soul, spirit, whatsoever. I always treated death as my dearest friend. In this mind frame of continuous death, I didn't mortify myself somehow like some morbid saint. To the contrary, I heroized my life, affirmed my life. In the deepest of woes, torments, and sorrows, I found this particle that I found in death of a magnificent life, of a great life, fearless life, committing to the tasks at hand, committing to the world of God, not out of fear, but out of great commitment and reverence for what is wonderful, for the ideas you aspire to, virtues. No sky daddies. Is the recognition of the forces above and below that are much greater than your mortal self, and something to aspire to, something to become godlike, like a god, like a goddess, like a demon of hells. And that is transcending the mortal. And this droplet of your life in an ocean of the universe, infinite pasts, infinite, gargantuan, abysmal, chasmic pasts and futures. What is your life? Triple spectacle. On the waves of time and space and multitudes and myriads and millions and billions of other beings. So make it significant and worthy. If you're recognized by the spirits, if you're recognized by the gods, then there was something worthy in your life. If you're not, is it bad? Just return to the cycle. Biomass, pneumomass, and so on. It's a rare opportunity, like Buddha said, a rare diamond of a body, to utilize all the occult propensities, all these skills, discipline them, to crystallize something of great things. Aditon Kronian. And if I find myself on the other side after I drop this flesh, Tunisian tomb, Circadian shell, serpent's skin, then my closest advisor, most trusted one, in regards to life, would be the priestess of death. Because the priestess of death, as belonging to the order of the green flame of the Saturnian council, in her womb she holds an inverted pentagram that signifies what? Carnality, entombment in the body. And it is death that knows everything about carnality. She commands it perfectly. No escape from it. No life misunderstood. Nihil novis sub solis. You think your life was special? You think my life was special? They lived through great things. They were much greater lives. Much greater lives. But in the times of mediocrity, to excel is nothing difficult. In times of greatness, to excel and to be seen, understood, is nearly a miracle. So I don't put airs around myself or being recognized by the gods. Because in the sea of mediocrity, I just put my head a little bit above it, a little bit, to all the instances and movements of my life. My insanity shouts madnesses. Perhaps that was enough. Perhaps people do not aspire anymore to great things. Perhaps people want to be as they are, domesticated cattle, swallowing dirt and mud that they take for gold nowadays. In their comforts, technologized societies. There's no more room to be humane, to be a human, a true human being. And if there's no space for that, what remains?